What's going on, guys? Welcome back to United View. How is everybody doing? Yes, it's FA Cup time. FA Cup third round, Manchester United versus Aston Villa. We're about 10 minutes away, actually 11. I'm slightly early. I'm early today. Usually, you never know with like live streams. You never know if you're going to be on time. If you're not going to be on time, I'm early. I'm a minute early for you, for your guys' enjoyment today. So yes, it is the FA Cup third round at Old Trafford. The last game of the third round, of course, we're playing Aston Villa. The winner gets a tie against Middlesbrough as well. It's the only real bit of silverware we've got left to contend for this season. Yes, I know we're in the Champions League still. Yes, I know top four isn't a trophy. Let's get that out. Let's get that out of there. But it's it's the only realistic trophy that we have left to compete for. So it's important, and just given the recent performances, it's even more important because recently we've been awful. We've been terrible. And given all of the negativity, given all of the dressing room leaks, given all of the rumours and reports about negativity and toxicity in the dressing room, at the training ground, all this kind of stuff, it's important that we see something. It's important that we see something this evening. Whether or not we see it is another thing, but we're going to watch it together. We're going to try and enjoy it together. Again, still, even though I've done a few of these now, still my record on the match view is iffy. It is so iffy, to say the least. I'm still feeling for KG. He's got that Undefeated podcast this evening. So I'm with you guys, as always. Afterwards, I will be with DJ. I'll be joined by DJ for the match reaction as well. And then obviously Flex is at the stadium. So he's going to be talking to the fans, getting their opinions, the fan views, all that kind of stuff. So it's a can't miss evening of pure footballing entertainment for your pleasure and gratification. How is everybody doing? How's everybody doing, though? Let me know where you're watching from. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. And get a bit of business out the way first. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. As Steffi Jenks says there, hit the like button, people. Raz says, big up, Mr. Reliable. Love that shirt. I'm a fan of this one. I know that KG's got this one as well. And it's also... God, I can't breathe. Do you know what it is? I just... Whenever I do the streams that are a little bit later than this, I always leave it so late to eat. And then I'm like 5 minutes away from the stream going live, and I'm just like woofing down all of this food. It's just, I just literally almost just had like a whole pizza. The New Year's diet is going horrendously. Like, horrendously so far. We'll get there in the end. Plenty of time. Marshall Man says, what's the game on? If you're in the UK, it's on the BBC. Free-to-air television. Monday Night Football. Ray Diaz says, watching from Southern California. Appreciate you joining us, Ray. Nikhil says, morning from Fiji. Lucas says, checking in from Saskatchewan. Yes. Loving the Canadian representation. What else is everyone saying? Lekawalu. Apologies, my pronunciation is just brutal. Says, where's KG? He's doing the Undefeated podcast. He does his podcast every Monday, doesn't he? So I'm sure he's committed to doing that. So you're stuck with me, unfortunately, again. Victor says, reckless army from Kenya, 7-0 United win. That's the kind of positivity I think we need, Victor. It really is. Let's have a look at the lineup. Roddy Romero says, I like the lineup, so let's have a look. What a perfect segue that is. So that's the lineup for this evening at Old Trafford. In goal, you've got David De Gea. There's actually 5 changes. Yes, count them. 5 changes from Man United's defeat against Wolves a week today. In goal, it's the same though. It's David De Gea. Your back 4 is Diogo Dalot at right back, replacing Wan-Bissaka. Victor Lindelof is back in, replacing Phil Jones, who apparently does have a bit of a calf injury. Rafael Varane keeps his place, as does Luke Shaw. Fred comes in for Nemanja Matic. Scott McTominay keeps his place. Marcus Rashford is back in, as is Bruno Fernandes. Edison Cavani keeps his place, and Mason Greenwood replacing Cristiano Ronaldo. Although it must be said, Greenwood and Rashford could replace each other. I've seen on the BBC they're listing it as a 4-2-3-1, so we don't really know. It must be said, we don't really know what the formation is. We'll have to wait and see. When it comes to the bench, you've got Tom Heaton, Alex Telles, Wan-Bissaka. Amad's on the bench amid rumours of him departing on loan. Jesse Lingard, of course, his future's still in the air. Juan Mata. No place on the starting lineup for Donny van der Beek. Donny van der Bench continues. A lot of people thought he was actually going to come in for this game. He hasn't. Nemanja Matic drops to the bench, and Anthony Elanga rounds that off. Now, as far as no Cristiano Ronaldo, Ralf Rangnick has addressed that. He said before the game, quote, "I spoke with Cristiano yesterday before training. He told me he has had some problems for the last couple of days, some minor problems. In the end, we decided to not take any risks in a cup game that could easily last 120 minutes. When it comes to the other people missing out tonight, Jones, Maguire, etc., Rangnick said, quote, "I wouldn't say they are injured, but they are having muscular problems." So that's kind of the issue. As he mentioned when it comes to Phil Jones, quote, "With Phil Jones, he is having some minor problems in his calf. Again, I would assume you don't want to rush him back. Sancho, of course, no Sancho in the squad. He's also got a slight injury problem." Rangnick said, quote, "With Jadon, he was supposed to be in the squad. He had some issues with hamstrings on both sides. So we've got some minor injuries. It's coming from Matt Critchley from BN Sports that Cristiano Ronaldo has a hip problem. The only thing that Rangnick has said is that he said that he's had some discomfort. As to whether he'll play at the weekend, we'll have to wait and see." So what does everyone think of that? I wasn't too sure what to expect, to be honest, because Rangnick's we're not really used to really his style of selection yet. He's had games where he likes to keep things the same, and now he's had games where he's made, essentially wholesale changes. The Van der Beek one, I see a lot of you saying the Van der Beek one is disappointing. I think people thought he would play maybe just because it was the cup game. But let's face it, it's essentially there was plenty of time. There was a week before this, and there's nearly a week after this. So this is, I guess, is Rangnick's strongest team for this game, I suppose. Donny, look, just get out of there, mate. If he asked me in my opinion, I'd say, look, Donny, get out of there. Because at this point, there's a World Cup at the end of the year, isn't there? There's a World Cup at the end of the year, and you're not getting picked, and it's just at this point, that's it. Super chat from Amani, appreciate the contribution, says, "Free Donny." So obviously in Camp Van der Beek. Quaymar says, "KG would be so pissed knowing that Wan-Bissaka isn't playing today." Well, as Steven Gerrard's just coming out now. Actually, I'll turn that up in my headphones. Hear the reaction. He's getting booed. Lovely. You love to hear it. But you got him. Have a bit of atmosphere into it. Paras says, "Glad to be watching the game with you again, Owen. As always, praying for the real Manchester United to turn up." You and me both, Paras. You and me both. Appreciate you joining me and all of us, the United View community, this evening. Philip says, "Donny's price is plummeting as well." It's a good point, isn't it? I mean, we bought him for what, 40? We ain't getting 40. There's no way we're getting 40 for Donny van der Beek at this point. And I think it's quite a rare situation, isn't it, that I think initially fans maybe didn't want to see Donny go because there was kind of a feeling of maybe he'll outlast Ollie, and eventually he'll start playing and he'll turn it around. I think at this point fans are almost actively probably wanting him to go, but not in the sense of in a negative way, not wanting him to go because, oh, you're terrible, get rid of you. We're almost wanting him to go for the sake of his career, because you don't want to be seen as the club that sort of killed Donny van der Beek's career. And don't get me wrong, he has plenty of time to recover, and I'm sure he will. But at this point, it's a run against time. It's a race against time for Donny van der Beek. World Cup's in December. When a squad's getting announced, November time. You're talking about 10 months. If he doesn't go in January, that means he's going to have to go in the summer. Then you're talking a real fine margin of time. He might not get into the World Cup squad for the Holland, and that would be, for his sake, that would be incredibly sad, wouldn't it? It really would. Super chat from Red Baron, appreciate the contribution, says, "I wonder if Fletcher/Phelan wasn't there, would Scotty get picked? I'm kind of skeptical about any old player/staff in the coaching. Old mates FC." Well, to be honest, Red Baron, I don't think they can win. I don't think they can win any coach at the moment, because when Carrick and McKenna and Phelan were around, it was kind of a case of, get them all out, they're part of the problem, and they were. But now that they're gone, the next thing coming out from the dressing room is that these new coaches that are coming aren't good enough, and I don't like training under them, and this, that, and the other. So, I don't think they can win, to be honest. Antonis says, "What is your opinion on why Donny van der Beek doesn't get picked?" Managers just doesn't rate him. In the same way as Ollie didn't rate him, Ralph's obviously come to a similar opinion. There was the the report that came out that basically said that Ralph came to the same opinion that Ollie did, that whilst he was a tidy technical player, maybe he didn't have the physical ability or the legs basically for the Premier League. I don't know whether I truly buy that. It's unfortunate. It's just really unfortunate. And certainly when we did that, or when Flex rather did that chat with Ajax from the We Talk Ajax channel, they're as baffled as everything else. They really are. They're as baffled, and I wouldn't blame them. We're just seconds away from kickoff, so make sure I get my timer right. Just hoping for a win. I don't even really care about the performance, to be honest with you guys. I think we just need. Just get a win. Just get a win. And we'll move on. I mean, I would be pleasantly surprised if we got a performance. I don't know if I really expect it, to be honest with you. Players take the knee. And we're off. All right, come on. That's my energetic clap. Do you like that? Come on. Come on. But we're off. We're ready to go. Fans still filing into Old Trafford. Man United's games, man, around this festive period and sort of just after Christmas, they've been moved around for TV so much. It's crazy, isn't it? It certainly doesn't help the travelling fan, does it? But Man United have an early throw-in. Luke Shaw throws it to Bruno Fernandes. Bruno with a 1-2 with Shaw. Fred. Let's actually have some passes actually go to the actual players and don't go out for a throwing or whatever. Dalot. Greenwood. I'm just trying to figure out if this is still the 4-2-2. Looks like it. Or it might be a 4. It's difficult to tell. Lindelof. Diogo Dalot. Oh no, passes it straight to Greenwood. Greenwood's certainly out wide right. There's no doubt about that one. Fat Thor says, is the formation 4-2-3-1 or 4-2-2-2? I was just saying that. I'm not sure. I think it might be 4-2-3-1. Here's Bruno Fernandes. And apparently the last touch came off Bruno. It's an Aston Villa goal kick. It certainly looks to be a 4-2-3-1, I think. Which, let's face it, it absolutely is a goal kick to Aston Villa. So United have seemed to set up in this 4-2-3-1 here, which is certainly what the players are used to. I think you have to credit Ranić for going, it's not working, I'll try something else. Man United have a throw-in. So 4-2-3-1, well, I think it's the right call. I mean, obviously we'll find out when it comes to the result. Because let's face it, the 4-2-2 wasn't working. And also as well, if Ralph Ranić was the permanent manager, and he knew he was going to be here for the next 2 years or what have you, he would be like, I might persist with the 4-2-2 because I can work it. It's a good pass that actually by Scott McTominay. Good switch out to Marcus Rashford down the left-hand side. Rashford looking to take on the fullbacks into the box now. And what are you going to do with it, Marcus? Don't overplay it or overrun it. He was very close to doing that again there. Fred. Is Bruno Fernandes. Already go anywhere, doesn't come to anything. And Villa might be on the counter-attack here. Villa down Manchester United's left-hand side. It's Watkins. He's facing up against Raphael Varane. Varane still standing him up. Varane does well, cleared by Bruno Fernandes. Good defending. I'll give McTominay credit though. That switch was nice. We've actually got a switch of play. How often do you see actually United do a successful switch of play? By the way, never, never. Here's Mings. He's far forward here. It's into the box, deflected into David De Gea's hands. So already, I mean, Aston Villa got into some prominent positions in behind. But another switch there by Mason Green. Once again, out to the left. This one's short, doesn't work out. Looking for that ball. It's one back by Fred quickly. Bruno Fernandes, good position. Looks to put in... sloppy. Looks to put in for Cavani. The pass doesn't work out. Actually fouls an Aston Villa player, but the referee, I believe, is it Michael Oliver? In charge tonight, plays the advantage. Well, Villa's certainly playing on the break, no doubt about that. United looking for a switch a couple of times. Shaw tries to go down the left-hand side, tries to pass to Rashford. Wasn't the right pass. Noah says, big up to Owen from Ethiopia. I was watching, was it have Ethiopia played in the African Cup of Nations yet? I watched the opening game between Cameroon and Burkina Faso, and it must be said, I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. Bruno Fernandes puts the ball into the box, collected by Martinez. I did enjoy the opening game of the African Cup of Nations. You know what I like about tournaments, and it doesn't matter whether it's the African Cup of Nations, the Euros, Copa America. I mean, Copa America is slightly different because of the time stuff, but you know when just football's just on, when it's just on all the time, and you might not necessarily be totally watching the game. You might be doing some work on your laptop, or you might be doing whatever, but it's just on in the background. It's just a very nice. It's like a comfort blanket, isn't it? It's noise, but it's nice noise. I enjoyed that game. McTominay passes it to Rashford once again. Rashford, a lot of space down the left-hand side again. Looking to take on the fullback. Goes past a couple. Goes for a shot. It's blocked. Here goes McTominay. Another shot from far out. Straight down the throat of Emi Martinez. Well, Rashford certainly got space. Rashford certainly got space down the left-hand side. A better start. Certainly a better start than we've had in the last couple of games by Manchester United. It must be said that if you were, I think it's Cash, down Villa's right-hand side with Marcus Rashford running at you, you know he's just going to come inside. He's just going to come inside. You know that's going to happen. But Rashford's certainly got a lot of space. Let's hope we see some better decision-making this evening. Paras says, team was looking a bit more comfortable in this 4-2-3-1. They look slightly more assured. They do, and there's no doubt about that. And I guess that does make sense. Manchester United have a goal kick after Aston Villa just threw it straight out for a goal kick. They certainly do look more assured in the 4-2-3-1. There's no doubt about that. And again, that's not really surprising, is it? Because they've had, the last 2-3 years playing this? So I think he's realised, Ralph Rangnick, look, I don't have a lot of time. I've just got to go with what players are comfortable with at the moment and not reinvent the wheel because I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time to do it. But good starts are one thing. Actually converting it into chances and goals is another. We need to make it count for something. Here's McTominay, a bit of space. He's looking for that switch. Again, that's his third time. Ball out was pretty much at Rashford's shoulder. Manages to control it, though. Bruno down the left-hand side now. Here's Luke Shaw. Goes for another switch out to the right-hand side. Greenwood nearly took it past target. It's a corner. That switch, though, to Rashford, that's a couple of times that ball's been on. That's 3 times already in this first, 7 minutes? We're into 8 now, that they've gone for that ball to Rashford. So either they've identified that or they're just looking up and saying, man, Rashford's in a lot of space. A lot of space. Corner to Manchester United. 7.5 minutes gone. Shaw goes short. Greenwood puts it back to Luke Shaw. Uses his left foot still outside of it. Bruno. Fred on the edge of the box. Puts it back out to Greenwood. Not a lot on. Goes back to Fred. Got to get the ball into the box. Left foot. It does put it in. It's a great ball. It's 1-0 Manchester United. It's Fred to McTominay. Can you believe it? Fred to McTominay. 1-0 Manchester United. What a start. What a start. Doubt them at your peril. Doubt them at your peril. McFred delivered. Muted celebrations by Ralph Rangnick, but come on. What a start. I'm shocked. I'm lucky I'm sitting down. Whoa. McTominay scoring goals again. By the way, the ball by Fred is absolutely brilliant. It's superb. I mean, it comes kind of from nowhere here. Ball goes out to Greenwood. He's not got a lot on, so he just passes the ball back to Fred. Left-footed. Really nice ball into the box. Good header by McTominay. Doesn't need to get a lot on it, to be honest with you. What a goal. United are 1-0 up. Really good goal by Manchester United and a really good start. We'll take that. Come on. It's a good head. It's a good header by McTominay. To be honest, like I said, he doesn't. I said it was muted celebrations from Ranić. It was not muted by Ranić. He was going for it. But again, it's more of a flick on by McTominay. But it's a great ball by Fred. Really is a real great ball. Left-footed as well. Fred recently with his left foot scoring goals against Palace, whipping the ball into the box. I tell you. People will criticise McTominay and Fred and McFred and all this kind of stuff. My response is always to that is who else would you play? But assist for Fred, goal for McTominay. 1-0 Manchester United. Come on. Less than 10 minutes gone. Arguably the best start to a game we've had in a while. I mean, even the Burnley game when we scored goals, we didn't necessarily play well. Passion and desire, as Calder Clan says. Passion and desire. Goal and assist, replace it. Corner though for Aston Villa here. Headed away by Shaw. That was a good ball into the box actually. Come on. He broke my microphone. Come on. DJ Gnu says, where's Ronaldo? Wow. We're no longer calling them passion and desire. We're calling them goal and assist. That's another Aston Villa corner though. Douglas Luiz put it. It's flicked on. Oh my God! How did that not go in? I mean, Villa should be level. There's a ball in. It's flicked on, and Watkins. I think Lindelof heads it off the line. It comes back to Watkins, and it just goes out. My God! That could have sent us down to earth pretty quickly. See it again here. Ball in. Mings flicks it on. Lindelof heads it away, and it sort of bounces off Watkins. Fred just completely loses his man, by the way. Shocking marking. I do not know what Fred is doing. I mean, I guess it's zonal if he's sticking to his zone, but still, he just completely lost it. My God. I mean, I know you just got an assist, Fred, but you still have to do your defensive duties. Come on, let's not be crazy here. Man. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Manchester United 1, Aston Villa 0. FA Cup third round here. Winner faces Middlesbrough at home in the next round. Man United have a corner now. It's end-to-end stuff. Bruno Fernandes now going to be over the corner here. I'm still kind of in shock, to be honest. Wasn't necessarily expecting this. We're actually playing, there's still flaws, don't get me wrong. Short corner, Bruno Fernandes, 1-2 with Rashford. To be honest, they make a bit of a mess of it. But we've actually started relatively well. That's the second time we've gone for the short corner, and the second time it's, looked completely, trying to think of the technical term, like shit. Villa playing out from the back here. Sort of semi-press here. There's a bit of a press by Manchester United. Bruno, Rashford, Greenwood, Cavani all pressing. Just seem quite actually calculated, which is rare. But credit to Villa, they pass out of it very well. Very, very well. I've got Martin James is saying second goal incoming on screen because it worked before. But we didn't say for who. Oh, Buendia just ran through the entire defence, and again, very close. And this is what I'm hesitant to say. We've started well, but we still look leaky. We're leaky on the pitch and off it because, again, Aston Villa have another good chance. Buendia, he just sort of shrugs off Fred. I mean, lucky Fred's got his assist because he lost the man at the corner. He just completely loses Buendia there. If he hadn't got an assist, you'd be saying you're having a tough couple of minutes, mate, because nowhere near. Just walks through. Just walks through at all. Good tackle by Bruno Fernandes. United wins the ball back. Come on, got to keep the tempo up. Lindelof puts it out wide to Diogo Dalot. Dalot and Greenwood linking up nice there. Dalot goes for a cross. It's blocked. That's a throw-in right in the corner to Manchester United. Nice little link-up by United there. But in the first, 14 minutes here, we have kind of seen Manchester United actually show a bit of something going forward. But Still conceding chances. Here's Varane. Passes it out to Shaw. And that was kind of my point before, where it said, the conversation about, United have been better defensively since Ranić came in. And I suppose when you look at the statistics of conceding less goals and more clean sheets, yes. But let's not act like we're still not conceding chances. David De Gea was our player of the month in December for a reason. Here's Rashford, cuts inside. Oof. Don't know where the ball was going. It hit Cavani. Cavani tried to, divert what was definitely a shot by Marcus Rashford. It goes miles over the bar. But once again, another switch. That switch to Rashford down that left-hand side has been on every single time. Rashford cuts inside. It's definitely a shot. And I don't know if Cavani was trying to divert or trying to get out of the way. He would have another look at it. He definitely tried to head it. I don't know if the initial shot was on target from Rashford there. Game certainly got a nice pace to it. I mean, it's a watchable game, which is, again, has not been the case for Man United the last 5 or 6 games. Some of the United games recently, I mean, you feel like just because you're a United fan, you're watching it. If you were neutral, you'd be like, it's the most boring game ever. Not so much the opening 15 here. Been chances, it's been pace, been tempo. Oh, McTominay's had a collision with, it looks like Ings off the ball. And he's down. I think the referee will blow up here, the whistle, not spontaneously. That would be quite bizarre. Ray Diaz says 5 switches of play, 4 of them by McTominay to Rashford. Yeah, the ball's definitely on. That's got to be something that's calculated beforehand, isn't it? Definitely. They've certainly identified that. McTominay certainly looks to be in quite a bit of discomfort there. It looks like him and Ings ran into each other. See it again here. Oof. Definitely just looks like he got a dead leg from Danny Ings. Completely accidental, of course. Oh, Rashford, dispossessed. Not in a good area. Here's McGinn. Cash puts the ball in. Now go out for a goal kick. So 60 minutes gone. What's everyone thinking so far? How are you feeling about this performance so far? I mean, it's still obviously very early days. But you could certainly say it's one of United's sort of better opening 15 than we've seen. But to be honest, and we're seeing the replay of the goal here, it's just a really good ball. Really good ball. Good header by McTominay. That thing is, that's where you want to see him. I mean, like we've said before, he's a box-to-box player. McTominay is not a defensive midfielder. He's a box-to-box player. And he can score goals. The issue is that McTominay can have a great game tonight. You just know that he cannot keep up that consistency at the weekend. Watkins. Buendia dispossessed this time by Fred. Man United now on the counter-attack. Here's Rashford down that left-hand side once again. Bruno Fernandes looking for a bit of an overlap. There's nothing on. Nothing on, and Rashford has to go backwards. Fred switches it. Here's McTominay. Yes, that's what David Lee is correct when he said Henderson is not on the bench. He's after a move. That's what reports are saying. He's not on the bench because he's looking to get a loan move in this January transfer window. Tabarez says, trying to think of a technical term like shit. Yes. You know me. I'm full of the tactical talk. I'm like Cam. Here's McTominay. Went for the switch, kind of got blocked. Greenwood still gets to it though. Plays it back to Lindelof. Go on, he's got space to run into now. Fred. Oh, it's a heavy touch and Fred is dispossessed. Here's Watkins. Fred has to win it back. Does so. Watkins still got it. But no one's getting out to him. Oh, it's a good save by David De Gea. I mean, how much time did he have there? It's McGinn. And it was bizarre because, so Fred does fine. The ball gets passed to McGinn. And then McTominay, instead of going out to him, just starts pointing to other people to go out to him. You can see it on the replay here. There's McGinn. He's just run out to him. Nobody does. They just stand there. McTominay's going, someone run out to him. Eventually Lindelof does, but he's got so much time on the ball. It's a good save by De Gea. And then it's offside. Catches it. Wow, it's a good save by David De Gea. Save he should be making, in fairness, but, man, get out to him quicker. I don't know why McTominay's saying to the defenders, maybe you close him down. Here's Shaw. Rashford once again on the left-hand side, facing up Cash. And here's Varane. Bruno's out really wide on that left-hand side, not the first time as well. Rashford again takes on Cash. Where you go, Marcus? Dispossessed. Soft. Well, there's no doubt, whilst we have started relatively well, Villa have had chances. Absolutely, Villa have had chances. In fairness, I mean, we've had one gilt-edged chance and we've scored, and that's about it. That is about it. I mean, has Martinez had to make a save? No. It's literally, we scored, that's it. Villa you could argue Villa have had more chances. Which again, kind of sums United up. That's why David De Gea has been our player of the season so far. Here's Ramsey. Target. McTominay wins it back nicely. Cavani. See, this is the thing that we do, United. It's so frustrating. We'll win the ball back. And it's like, right, opportunity now. There's space for you to go into. There's space for you to pass into, run into. And we'll give the ball away. Or the players start looking, going, what are we going to do? Or they panic and pass it backwards because it's the safe option. It's so frustrating. Ball over the top here. De Gea comes out to collect. Martin James says Rashford is on do-it-all settings. Rotem says Rashford can feed the whole world, but not our strikers. Speaking of Rashford, there's a ball over the top to Rashford there. Martinez came out and headed it out of play. And the ball's been on to Rashford a couple of times, no doubt about it. But it's decision-making, isn't it? It's just decision-making is the most frustrating thing. It will take players on, and then it's like, okay, do the pass. He doesn't. Tries to take on another player. Do the pass, or have a shot, do something. And then it's, I can't remember what the phrase is. It's to do with, what's the phrase when you don't do anything because you're procrastinating? I can't remember. Someone will let me know in the live chat. There's like a good phrase, and I can't recall. Rashford there's dispossessed. Varane gets to it, puts it out to the right-hand side. Scores. Unlucky by Greenwood. Or it's Dalot, actually. Villa certainly get more time on the ball now. There's no doubt about it. United's energy seems to have dropped off slightly. No, it's not dilly-dallying. It's like, I'll have to Google it in a minute. It'll bother me. Chris Day says, stitching time saves 9. It's the only one I can... These are all good sayings. I love a good saying. Stitching time saves 9. Which, to be honest, is such a good saying. Such a good saying, isn't it? Because it's true. It does. Stitch it up now. You won't have to do 9 later. Brilliant. Love it. Fat Thor says, please don't mention McSauce. KG's gif has scarred me for life. Yeah, I know. I've seen it as well. I've seen that one as well. It's disgusting, isn't it? It's disgusting. But we're, 23 minutes gone. 1-0 to Manchester United in the FA Cup third round at Old Trafford. Fred assisted Scott McTominay with the header. Here's Luke Shaw, though, down the left-hand side. Quite a bit of room here for him to run into. Rashford now waits behind. Here's Rashford once again. Pass backwards. It's such a pet peeve of mine. because they do this a lot at the moment, where fullbacks will get it, or the wide player will get it, run down the right-hand side, realise they can't cut in and just pass it backward. Greenwood has cut in, though. Greenwood keeps going. Puts it over the bar. I mean, Greenwood's still playing on the right-hand side, obviously. I think his future is as a striker. Obviously, it's difficult at the moment, considering you've got Ronaldo, Cavani, etc. still at the club. But ultimately, he's got to move central. I don't know about you. Paras says, an informed Rashford would have done so much better with the space he has been offered on the pitch today. Still a lot of time to go. Maybe it is a confidence thing. I mean, Varane nudged off the pitch there by Ollie Watkins. That looked nasty. I mean, Ollie Watkins, you've got to have some balls to nudge Raphael Varane. Champions League. I mean, it's just a shove in the back. What a knobhead. Oh, how dare he? How dare he? Could he be the same person after the game? Can I have your shirt, Rafa? No. You put me on my arse on the bricks. I'm not having that. Another switch to Rashford. His touch goes to Luke Shaw. It was not passed. It was an attempt at a first touch. Here's Rashford once again. Oh, God. I mean, Rashford gets so lucky there because he just goes to do a sort of nonchalant pass to Fred. It bounces off a Villa player. My God. Greenwood. Play certainly slowed down for Manchester United. Here's Luke Shaw. Watkins. There's room here for Aston Villa to move into. Here's Ramsey. Watkins once again. His target. United got players back into the box now. Villa themselves are struggling to work the ball in. Now United everyone back behind the ball. Martin says, does Owen's camera feed look fuzzy? When Diaz has shot, David De Gea saves. Does on mine. I think everyone's saying that. I think it looks fine. It might be yourself, Martin. You might have to restart, brother. It'd be interesting to see the stats so far in this first half. Because I would be working under the assumption that Villa might have had more shots. Certainly more on target. I mean, De Gea's had to make more saves, certainly. And Villa have the ball again. Once again, United have just given it straight away. We're regressing into old habits here, it seems like. I mean, we had a good first 20 minutes, but certainly the last 5, it's been really all Villa. But it's given away. It's an opportunity here. We've got to make the most of it. Here's Bruno, Greenwood on the overlap. Where's Bro? What are you going to do, Bruno? Puts it to Edison Cavani. Has a shot. Oh, a save, but no one's there following it up. Oh. It's a chance for Manchester United. I mean, if Rashford's anticipating there, he has a tap-in on the penalty spot, but he doesn't. He doesn't follow it in. Bruno ultimately makes the right pass to Cavani. Cavani has a shot. Martinez makes the save, but if maybe an informed Rashford is anticipating the save, he would get there. Or Greenwood. Here's Bruno. Look, he passes it to Cavani. It's a difficult angle. It's a good save, but you got to follow it up. Takes a deflection. It's a good save by the keeper, but there's got to be a player there following it up. It's a free kick for United. Bruno puts it in, and it's an offside. I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but I think, and it's different because if Ronaldo was played, he'd be in a completely different position. But players like, say, Ronaldo, or even Cavani, if Cavani wasn't the guy having the shot, he would be the guy anticipating following it up in the penalty spot. That's how those players just continuously score goals. They anticipate. Long ball to Bruno, headed away by Konza. Tiger makes a bit of a meal of that, but it's cleared by Mings. There's been an error here. It's Watkins. He cuts back inside. He's at the bar. Lindelof. Jeez Louise. Talk about making a meal of it. And again, I mean, Villa, how many chances have they had in this first half? Shots. Lindelof just has an absolute stinker. I wasn't even paying attention because I thought he just handled it. Iceman. De Gea's coming up to him being like, here's the replay. It's just a simple clearance. Just a simple clearance by Mings. He's got plenty of time. His first touch is miles off. My God. And it just gives Watkins the perfect opportunity. Cuts back inside. Lindelof just starts wrestling with him and he hits the bar. I mean, makes a meal of it. Really does. Shaw went in on McGinn. It was a free kick. That's just sloppy. That's just pure sloppiness. That is concentration. Because it's not only the touch. It's not only the touch that was off. It was the reaction afterwards. He got bullied by Watkins off the ball. But United, man, I mean, we're 1-0 up. But Steven Gerrard's there. I mean, he's got a right to be feeling like, how on earth are we 1-0 down? Because they've had chances. They've hit the bar. De Gea's made a couple of saves. They've had chances. United, on the other hand, I mean, there was the Fred to McTominay goal. Cavani had a chance. Apart from that, I mean, Ranić's talking about controlling the game. Certainly this game does not feel under control. Certainly does not feel under control. There's Watkins and Cash just runs into Luke Shaw there. Cash gets it, puts it into the box. Target heads it back. Ings. Ramsey has a shot and it's deflected just wide. I mean, United are hanging on at this point. United are hanging on. I mean, they are completely knocking at the door at this point, Villa. I mean, this is a couple of chances, 2 or 3 chances in a minute. United are all over the place defensively. All over the place defensively. And every single time it's from our own making. It's just sloppiness. Again, edge of the box stuff and just not closing players down, getting out to him. You're seeing on the replay here, side foots it. Just deflects off just the inner thigh of McTominay. It's just enough to deflect wide. But, I mean, this is typical of Manchester United for the last, 2 years. I mean, talk about get a goal, not the better team. I mean, started okay, dropping off massively, and we're hanging on. We're absolutely hanging on. There's no doubt about it. I mean, we've got 15 minutes left of this first half, and Villa will be... Steven Gerrard at half-time will just say, look, more of the same, because we're going to score. There's no way we can't score. And it's kind of more of the same from Manchester United, to be honest with you. It looks like Diogo Dalot's got a cut to the leg. I'm sure he would have got it. He looks like he's a bit confused by it. But it looks to be actually quite a lot of blood. Sort of on the inside of his leg. I mean, maybe it might have come from studs or blades. I mean, it's not even the blades nowadays. I mean, I was around when they had metal blades, which they were a death trap. Metal blades were dangerous. Really, really dangerous. And actually, they banned them because they were getting, if you weren't properly maintaining them, metal blades, they just rip you open. They were proper slice you open. They were lethal. So nowadays you've got the sort of plastic blades, but even studs sometimes you don't even know what's on the pitch, do you? But they're showing the replay now of this Watkins chance where Lindelof had the poor touch. And it's not even just the poor touch, it's how Watkins so easily could just cut inside. He's only ever going to cut inside there. And Lindelof still gets fooled. I mean, you could argue maybe he does enough because Watkins is leaning backwards, but still, it's just it's poor from Lindelof. Victor says, and Wan-Bissaka's coming on. Spinnerooni's all round. Lanny says, Rashford is not playing that bad. I don't know. The thing is with Rashford, if it looks like, so today he's had a lot of the ball. And it feels like they've obviously spoken, like that one of the out balls is the switch to Rashford. And if you're getting a lot of the ball, you've got to make the most of it. And he hasn't been making the most of when he's had the ball. It's on his ankle, it looks like. Man, he's got the sort of white sort of bandage thing around his ankle. It's just completely red with blood. Villa have a corner, though. Still got to deal with this. This is when it's difficult, when you haven't been a bit distracted. And it's flicked over the bar at the near post. But again, Villa first to it. Villa first to it. Every time. There's two players at the near post, and they get the ball every time. Look at them. There's two of them. No one's near any of them. Who is marking those players? Or who's marking that area? Nobody. My God. I mean, we're playing with fire here. Good pass by Varane to Dalot, who just gives it away straight away. Cavani's trying to win it back here. And Cavani wins a free kick. Fair play to him. But it was a shocking pass by Dalot. Ten minutes left. Manchester United 1, Aston Villa 0. But it doesn't really tell the full story. Villa have been the better side. United had a good opening 5-10 minutes. Since then, it's been more all Villa. Again, I'd love to see, well, we probably will see the stats at half-time. But Villa just had all of so many cutting-edge chances. Oh, it's given away by Greenwood again. And this is United have entered sloppy mode here. Here's Watkins. Target. I mean, I keep looking at the clock because I'm thinking, well, can we just get to half-time? We're playing at home against Aston Villa. McTominay. Here's Cavani. Fred. I mean, that's a foul, but Fred is going nowhere there. Man. As Steffi Jenks says, smash a like in the free seats for the free seaters. You don't have to smash one for me, but you can if you want. Tries to go to Rashford. Goes out for United throw-in. I mean, again, Rashford's had a lot of the ball. It's just the end product has... I mean, it sums up his season. It's just not been there at all. Just running into nothing. Poor passes. Overrunning it. Lack of final decision. Here's McTominay. At this point, United just hold on to the ball for 5 minutes. Rashford. Passes it to Cavani. I think he was passing it to Dalot as well. Greenwood. Cuts inside. Good ball into the box, that. Oh, headed away. Bruno, edge of the box, have a shot. Oh, that might have been just trickling into the bottom corner there. Blocked by an Aston Villa player. Old Trafford seems to have woken up a little bit here. Here's McTominay. Shaw. Space. Saved by Martinez. I tell you what, that was one for the cameras. I mean, it looked nice. But that is an unbelievably dramatic tip by Emi Martinez. It's a good save. It's right at him. But my God. He nearly did a high jump. Jumping in the air there. It's a good save. But it's straight at him. It's one of those ones where you're in goal. It's because it's just that. It's just that. And it's the tip up over. And if you jump up in the air, people go, that's a great save, that. And you go, yeah, I know. in your heart, it was just a tip over. I could have just tipped it. But I just did a little bit of a jump. Do that in Sunday leagues and they replay. So people go, what a great save that was. You're like, wow, athletic I am. So. And referees having a chat to the players. Bit of pushing and shoving in the box. Man out with the corner, though. Luke Shaw. We have a better corner. We've just seen poor one so far. Shaw puts the ball in, collected by Martinez. Does well. Bruno just standing in front of Martinez, blocking him off. That's handball, one handball. Give it a foul. What for? Bruno doesn't seem happy with the referee's decision there. It was a foul. It was a little bit of a foul. Left a bit in. But we've nearly got 5 minutes left in the first half. And it's Manchester United 1, Aston Villa 0 in the FA Cup third round at Old Trafford. Villa trying to play it around the back. United doing a bit of a press. Bruno and Cavani certainly are anyway. Put a bit of pressure on. Now here comes Rashford. The crowd liked it. The crowd liked it though. The problem is there was no, after Rashford went in, there was nothing behind it. The crowd wants it. This is what's crazy about the gegenpressing and the pressing from the front. The crowd wants it. Ball over the top by Villa. We've got for a Man United goal kick. So less than 5 minutes left. What was everyone thinking so far of this first half? United somehow find themselves 1-0 up, but doesn't really tell the full story. Al Sabitzi says, 3-man press. Yes. It felt like it, didn't it? Here's Ramsey for Villa. Got a lot of energy, doesn't he? Good tackle by Diogo Dalot. Bloody ankle and all. Still puts the slide tackle in. Hopefully, at half-time, this time, we'll actually be able to talk to Flex. Last time, we had terrible technicals because of that Old Trafford signal. McTominay puts it in there. Gets the ball, sends a bit of a message. You'll love to see it. One by Greenwood. Nearly one. And Lindelof just kicked out for a throw. That's so wasteful. So you've got, you have plenty of time, but also as well, it's just such a waste. It's unnecessary. Puts pressure on yourself. Seems a bit quiet at Old Trafford. You can hear the players. A bit of a mistake here by Villa. United, here we go. We might be on the counter-attack. Here's Cavani looking for the right pass. Luke Shaw's down the left-hand side. Going to put the ball into the box. Collected by Martinez. It does just look like, doesn't it, when United do have that opportunity when they're going forward and there might be something on, there isn't much of a plan. They're just hoping whatever pass they do or cross pays off. That's a foul, surely, on Marcus Rashford. Foul on Rashford, maybe about 30 yards out here. I don't know if they'll have a shot. He might just try and do a cross into the box. Super chat from Red Baron. Appreciate the contribution as always. Says, I used to play midfield, but you're a goalie. Do you think goalkeepers have/need a different mindset or personality to the most of us? It's weird. I think most goalkeepers, to be honest with you, Red, when they first start playing football, when they're younger, they all start out as outfield players and eventually they just end up going in goal because either they're just not good enough or they just get put in goal. So that's always how it works. You do need to have you didn't have to have a certain personality because obviously as a keeper, if you make a mistake, the other team scores. As simple as that. But you have to be maybe a bit eccentric, deal under pressure. Rashford has a shot. It was not good by Marcus. Free kick at all. Sure, ball into the box by Greenwood. It's cleared. But yes, to go back to your question, Red Baron, maybe a bit of a different personality, but that's for lots of different positions. But McTominay has a shot. Oh, Half volley, 25 yards out. Caught it really nicely. It was just right down the throat of Martinez. Any other side to him, he would have been scrambling there. Sure does wow. Ball in the box wasn't that great. The volley, though, he connects it. Connects with it well. Like I said, just any other side of him, Martinez might have been in a bit of trouble. And the most important thing with goalkeepers is that you're always going to make a mistake. No goalkeeper is perfect. You've always got a howler in you. Always. It's just how you react to it. Switch to Rashford. Oh, gets dispossessed too easily. And again, it sums Rashford up, to be honest. He's not had a good first half. Luke Shaw manages to dispossess Cash. Passes it to Varane. Just put your foot through it, mate. Passes it to Greenwood, and United play themselves out of trouble nicely. McTominay goes for the switch to Rashford. He might be offside. Flag stayed down. He must have been offside. Here's Rashford. Puts it across. Here's Cavani. Edge of the box. Bruno. Why? Why, Bruno? Outside of your foot. I mean, I think if we'd have scored, he'd have put the flag up. He definitely seemed off. He might be on. It was tight. And if that is the case, then Bruno, I don't know what the finish was with that. Because he's got way too much time. He actually picks Cavani out really nicely. Cavani sets Bruno up. He's got so much space edge of the box. It's outside of the foot. Just, no. I can see what he's trying to do, but, man, just open yourself up, have a shot. Good touch by Mason Greenwood. Varane's passings at the back has actually been very good. Lost by Greenwood. One back though. Here's Varane. Passes it to Dallo. Here's a bit of space to run into. Rashford and Greenwood have certainly switched sides. Rashford's now on the right. Greenwood's on the left. Rashford cuts it back. Bruno edge of the box. Tries the outside of the foot again. Goes nowhere again. Bruno still has it though. Sure. Fred, things are getting a bit tight there. Bruno, oof. Headed away by Mings. United had a bit more, I wouldn't say chances, but maybe a bit more drive in the last few minutes. But I think we're looking for, the Hollywood pass, trying to thread the ball through the eye of the needle a couple of times when I don't think we need to. As Paris says, we're diving into old habits, man. Trying to extravagant things unnecessarily. Keep things simple for F's sake, and Rashford is boiling my blood, man. Speaking of Rashford, though, he might be in here. Certainly a lot of space. Keep going, Marcus. Put it across goal. He does. Oh, it's blocked by an Aston Villa player. It's unlucky there. Rashford did well. McTominay, though, has got space. Has a shot left-footed. Miles over the bar. Opportunity that for Manchester United. I think that time Rashford actually might have done wow. Rashford definitely onside. He's inside his own half. He had plenty of space. Drove in from that right-hand side. I mean, maybe took one touch too many. You could argue allowed the Aston Villa player to get back in. I think maybe he'd just taken one touch too many. I think should have just touched at the feet, go to Greenwood. But that will do it. It's half time. It's Manchester United 1, Aston Villa 0. We're leading at the break here. And despite Aston Villa having the majority of the chances, to be honest with you, after we went 1-0 up. But, the last sort of 5 minutes of the game, we sort of came back into it again. But United Still do have the lead, and at the moment, we're going through into the fourth round. Of course, remember, if Aston Villa do equalise tonight, there are no replays, so we're getting a result tonight. So this could be a bit of a long one. We're getting either extra time or penalties. At the moment, we don't need them. Because we're ahead. So we will take that. We'll give Flex a call in a minute. We'll let him get to where he's got to go or what have you. Apparently, it is working. The Wi-Fi settings, signal settings, shall we say, inside Old Trafford, because you never know. But what does everyone think of that so far from that first half performance? I mean, good opening 5 minutes or 10 minutes, get the goal, and then just, I guess, dominated for the majority of the half. And then we managed to sort of come back into it in the last couple of minutes or so there. Let's try and call Flex and see if this actually works. I mean, last time it did not go well, the attempt at calling Flex. So we'll try. Here we go. You know it's bad when it doesn't even start ringing. Oh, that's a start. Just bloody rude. Shocking. Oh. Maybe I'll have to talk to my own impression of Flex. Maybe I'll have to talk to, Flex who talks like this. Oh, no. I've just stopped slagging off. He's calling me back. Flex, how's it going?
Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Yes.
What do you think of that?
Well, he's done away with the 4-2-2 formation and told Rashford get out wide left, Mason wide right. 4-2-3-1, isn't it? I think what we've actually seen today is really go back to what it was under Ollie, which is
Ollie ball.
Not just formation, but get it to the wide areas. Try and get the quick players, i.e. Mason, i.e. Rashford, doing something. Try and get Bruno doing something. And see what happens. There's no control over the game. The most annoying thing for me, though, is you can do the tactics all you want and the instruction all you want, and this is what I feel for Ralph Rangnick. It is, the turnovers are all errors. Yeah. Fred miscontrolling it in the middle of the park, they're through on goal. Lindelof, high ball, shins it, so doesn't deal with it, they're in on goal. Watkins hits the bar. Rashford trying like little flicks and that. Cashes in down this side because he's making mistakes. We're just turning the ball over. McTominay giving it to someone and they weren't looking. I can't remember who it was. Constant turnovers in possession, and Ralph spoke about that so many times. Just not taking basic care of the ball. It's not even that the other team's miles better than us or they're outplaying us. We're allowing them to win it in our middle third or final third, and then we're at sixes and sevens. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's happened far too often. The chances they've had have been close.
That's the thing, isn't it? I mean, we've scored the goal, and then Villa have just dominated. They've had so many chances.
Exactly.
Like Gerrard will just say at half time, just like, apart from maybe the last 5 minutes we had chances, but he'll just say to be honest, same again, because they'll score eventually because they've had so many chances.
They keep saying like that, and we keep turning the ball over with these mistakes. It's just the same old thing. We're losing a midfield battle because of mistakes. Yes, you can say because Bruno has gone back to his number 10 position where he's running around trying to initiate a press, and you're often leave with Tommy and Fred exposed. You look at their midfield three; they don't have that. They've got Ramsey, McGinn, and Louise all compact. As Gabby said today on the preview, he literally called it. He said McGinn and Ramsey will give all the leg work, and that's the three will just sit, and that's what we've seen. And McGinn's picking it time to go forward. Ramsey, one time he was in, he overhits the pass and he goes out for a goal kick, but if he doesn't, we're in trouble. So we're conceding really dangerous situations. That's what we're doing.
What do you think of Rashford in the first half there? Because he had a lot of the ball. He had a lot of the ball, and the first 5-10 minutes, they must have done that switch to him on the left hand side, like maybe 3 or 4 times. But it feels again, even when he switched to the right hand side at the end there, it's just it's decisions. It's decisions.
Yeah,
They're just not there.
There's a clear tactic, and that's what I did like in the first 10 minutes. It did look quite fresh.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, he hasn't gone with the 4-2-2. It's not working. You know, I was talking about that during midweek, and after the Wolves game, I was so frustrated with it. The players just don't look comfortable. And I know that's not a reason to just throw in the towel, but sometimes you have to just look at what can maybe suit the players. And Rashford did look more comfortable in the first 10 minutes in terms of just give me the ball, give me the space. I'm in a familiar area of the pitch because I'm a left winger, and let me just get at cash and stay wide. And that was helping us. And like you said, we get the goal, and then his confidence just goes again. Misplaced passes. You know, he's selling players short, like just a generic tear of the ball. Like when he's setting Luke Shaw back or passing inside field to Fred, just putting him under pressure because there's not enough on the pass.
Yeah.
Trying little flicks, the basic control, like watching the ball's coming down out of the sky. He tries to take a fancy touch, it doesn't work. I think it was Greenwood who's been really good. I talked about him in the set. He swear that he's hit a crossfield ball from about 40, 50 yards. Rashford's got Mings on him, and he just needs to take a good touch, messes it up. So, you know, he's just so low on confidence. And you know, his technique is something I don't normally doubt in terms of how he controls the ball, how he moves with the ball. That's usually one of his strengths. It's the decision making and the final end product that's not usually there. But you know, everything seems to have been gone out of his game right now. It almost seems like a goal that by luck just hit off his arse and go in or something.
Yeah, and
it's so low on confidence. It's shocking. I
mean, obviously you're in the ground, so you'll hear it. But even watching it on TV, you do get the impression that when he does make these sort of poor decisions, the crowd are like, oh.
Everyone's doing it. Yeah. Everyone around me. And like you said, it's not just next to me. All you need to do is look around the stadium. You hear it. You can hear it on TV. You think of the moans and the groans because it's basic.
Yeah.
You know, Greenwood, I think, in that half has showed him how you look after the ball. You know, Greenwood plucking out the air on his weaker foot, keeping control of the ball, keeping possession of the ball, hitting some nice passes and injecting a bit of pace into the play. He gave the ball away once, and they were again. So even Mason's guilty of it on the right hand side. I think he tried to play a square ball, and then they're in on our goal, and he gave one away on the left hand side as well. So basically just mistakes all over the park. You know what I mean? And that's making us not sure. You can't build on a good performance or try and get dominance when you make as much mistakes on the ball as we make.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's it, isn't it? I mean, like I said, the first sort of 10 minutes, I was pleasantly surprised because I thought, oh, actually, you know, there's a bit of energy here.
Right, yeah.
There's a bit of energy, and like you said, it did feel like there was some kind of plan. But like Ranić said in the press conference, then they regress so quickly, don't they, into old habits. And that's kind of what it is. And that's kind of what it is again. It's just it's regressing. And I know people might be tuning in now at halftime being like, why are you being like negative because you're 1-0 up? But I think it's just a case of we can see what's coming. You know, you can see what's coming because we've seen it all season.
If we keep playing like that, we will concede. If we keep playing like this, we will concede. And if we don't concede, it'll be down to Villa's bad finishing or, you know, bad play or lack of care. Because I'll tell you what, we'll play against them next week. We're not even certain to go through here. We've got to see the second half out and get that second goal. But if we do win here, depending on how the second half goes, they're going to be a much improved Villa next week. Under their ground at Villa Park, under the lights. Coutinho first game. Don't know if they're going to get Digne, but if they do, he'll be playing. You know, they'll be resurgent. Even Coutinho is enough to just lift them. You know, and Buendia, to be fair to him today, was playing out on the left. He's come inside. He's turned over the sixpence. He's getting involved. He's getting on a half turn. Ollie Watkins is working tirelessly. We know all about him, how well he holds up the ball, how well he runs the channels. Danny Ings has been in the periphery, to be fair to him, which is decent. But, you know, we're letting them see too much of the ball, man. Letting them see too much of the ball from our turnovers, our mistakes.
Should we expect this, though? Because, I mean, like we said, we've kind of seen this all season, haven't we, really? You know, and we were saying this on the Full View, weren't we, a couple of days ago, where it's just like, you know what, maybe this is going to be us for the remainder of the season. Like, just scrape through games, because the performances aren't there. You know, it is individual brilliance, moments of brilliance, FC. And maybe that's just it for the rest of the season, you know what I mean? Maybe that's what this game is going to be, and maybe what the rest of the season's going to be. And I think that's just a frustrating thing.
I think it's going to be that with this squad. I think with the likes of McTominay, Fred, Rashford, unpredictable. You know, Greenwood's young, okay, Sancho, you know, unpredictable at the moment. Cavani's on the periphery. You know, he's not looking...
Oh, he's cut out. It was going so wow. He's gone. He's gone. Unlucky. To be honest, though, that was a good amount of time. That was a good amount of time for Old Trafford settings. It was. But, I mean, it's not long left till the second half starts. Flex might call back in a second, so we'll keep him up on the screen. But, I mean, what do you guys think? There, Josh says. There you go. Josh says, R.I.P. Fleck. Yeah. Dramatic. He's as dramatic as KG is. To be honest, though, like I said, for like Old Trafford settings to get like nearly 10 minutes of conversation out, not bad. Like, honestly, not bad at all. We'll take it. But yeah, what do you guys think when it comes to that? I mean, like I said, is this what we should kind of expect for the rest of the season, maybe? In that we are waiting on individual brilliance. We are waiting on moments. We are waiting on just that. Is that what we should really expect? I only just realised that logo's in the top corner. That's really annoying. It's the Christmas one. I can't get rid of it. We'll move back. Yeah, I mean, it is. Maybe that is just what we've got to expect. Be sure to stick around after the game as well. I'll be doing the post-match match reaction with DJ. So DJ is going to be joining me after the game. So we'll get his thoughts. We'll get your thoughts. We'll talk about the quotes, because I'm sure Ralph Rangnick will be talking after the game. All that kind of stuff. So be sure to stick around for that. We'll be going public soon, but you won't even have to go anywhere, because this stream will redirect you straight to the match reaction after the game as well. So it's all good. Let's see what you guys think. A lot of you talking about Darren Fletcher. Andy Williams says, Greed FC, everyone wants to be the man rather than the team. Weeming says, Ollie Ball all over again. Arto says, it's a shame Ralph always mentions control. I've not seen that at all. Mikey says, David De Gea, man of the match. R10 says, the style will change for the Premier League. Thomas says, Ronaldo, our main man again this season for the media. Absolute crap being written about him. Martin says, we got to be patient. It will take time to get these players into a system. 3 years of no tactic, and this is what happens. Well, what I would say, though, Martin, is you do need actual players that actually want to get in the system. They just feel like, doesn't there, at the moment, that these players just they don't even want to. They don't even want to be in a system. They don't really want to run or anything of that nature. So, we'll wait and see. I mean, look, we are ultimately, it is still 1-0. We are 1-0 up. As I mentioned to Flex, it's just almost a case of I'm cautious. I'm cautious because obviously we conceded so many chances in that first half, and it does feel there's a feeling of inevitability there, isn't there? R10 says we need some clarity on Fletcher's role. There's a lot of people talking about Fletcher. I mean, I guess it is a point. What is the role? He's technical director, which usually is a guy that will be, be in the stands. Certainly won't be on the bench or on the touchline. You don't have technical directors of any other club on the touchline. So, I don't know. There is no way he can be on the touchline when the new manager comes in at the end of the season, right? If it's Pochettino or it's Ten Hag, they're not having Darren Fletcher on the touchline halfway through the game. They're absolutely not. They're really not. As Josh says, keep it simple, Fletch. Yeah. And that's Josh. That's not Mike Phelan himself. They're two completely different guys. There's this rumor going around, and maybe Josh would like to set the record straight on this. But there's this rumor going around. I know you've heard it, that apparently people think Mike Phelan himself and Josh are the same person. They are not. They are not the same person. They are two separate people. Okay? In the same way that Bruce Wayne is definitely not Batman, Josh is definitely not Mike Phelan himself. Two different guys. I don't know where the myth has started from. I don't know where the rumors started from, but they are different. Yeah? Have you ever seen, people say, you ever seen them in the same space at the same time? No? Check Josh's Insta story. Give him a follow on there. It's very entertaining, actually. You won't see Mike Phelan there because they're different people. So, Now let's just put that rumour to bed. Anyway, the players are back out on the pitch. There you go. Totally separate. Totally different people. So let's put that rumour to bed. At least we've cleared things up at half time. Now we know the truth. Bradley says, stop the fake news. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. They're different people. Dion Dublin, by the way, is on commentary for BBC tonight. And every time I hear Dion Dublin on commentary now, I just keep thinking of that clip on that. Was it Holmes Under the Hammer? Is that how he presents? When he always just goes, stairs up to the bedroom. And just inside here, you got stairs that go all the way up to the bedrooms. Okay, we're kicking off, second half. Where else would they go? Stairs go all the way up to the bedrooms. I mean, it would throw you off if they went stairs that go all the way up to, the kitchen. You'd be like, oh, different. Not impossible. Depends where your bedroom is. Although if your front door went straight into your bedroom, that would feel like slightly disturbing, to be honest, wouldn't it? Imagine your front door was straight into your bedroom. But if you're in a studio flat, everything's in one room. I've gone off on a tangent slightly. Luke Shaw fouls. Who is that? Buendia. So no changes at half-time. Still the same starting 11 for Manchester United. Doesn't look to be any changes for Aston Villa either. Nice pirouette there by McGinn. Just sends Rashford completely. Here's Cash. Watkins. Puts the ball into the box. Varane does well. Stop it going out from a corner. Fred passes it to Bruno. That's a waste, Bruno. It's unnecessary. Why are you trying to do the flicks there? It's just not the right place. Bradley's filth. Bradley's filth. I can see it. I'm not putting it up on the screen. See? Josh says, I wish I had an iPad. See, exactly. Josh wouldn't have an iPad. He'd have like a sort of a Windows sort of tablet or something like that. Here's Cavani though. Bruno down United's left-hand side puts the ball into the box. Rashford. That should be a corner to Manchester United. Yeah, that's what you'd have. Josh would have a Windows Surface. Is what he'd have. People don't know this. Josh would have a Windows Surface, and he does all the editing on XP still. It's amazing how he can achieve all this with Movie Maker. It's incredible. That's why he deserves even more credit. Audiovisual Ninja, working in 2005. Windows Movie Maker, some Times New Roman font. Bruno puts the ball into the box, headed away by Watkins. Greenwood, bit of space, have a shot. Does. Oh. Straight down the throat of Martinez, comfortable. Bradley says, slow mode on so only Maguire can comment. He's not even playing. Maybe that's why we're actually somehow have yet to concede. That's a massive jinx. Varane. Heavy touch, sure. Oh, Varane does very well. Great pass. Rashford. Tries a difficult pass again. Mings manages to do just enough to deal with it. I tell you what, Varane's been very tidy tonight. He really has. That'll be a United ball. Or Aston Villa ball. Well, the assistant gave it a Man United goal throw-in, and Michael Oliver overruled it. Why bother with your linesman then? And got into a bit of a shoving match by McGinn and Shaw. Long ball headed away by Varane. Jim White, what, the proper, the real one? I can't do a Jim White impression. Bruno always gives the ball away cheaply. He is the one who needs to learn how to play as a team. Now I understand why Ricky is always unhappy with Bruno. Ah, yes, Ricky. Again, I wish I was that guy that was good at impressions, because then I'd be able to do like a good Ricky impression. I mean, everyone can say Fleck, but I just can't. Juan Mata. I can't even do a passable Mancunian accent. I wish. That's how you know I'm not a phony. I can't even be phony. I can't even do an accent. It's an Aston Villa free kick whipped in. Free at the back post, and it's gone in. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that. It's Danny Ings, and it's so... I said it at half-time, they were always going to score. You can't defend like we've defended it in the first half and just not going to score. Of course they can. Of course they can. And again, it's basic. It's so basic. Like Thanos, it was inevitable because it was always coming, and they were always going to score. We were never going to keep a clean sheet in this game. The amount of chances they had. It's only taken them 5 minutes, and it's so basic. It's a ball in the box by McGinn. I mean, Cavani gets blocked off at the back post, so he's sort of on the floor. I don't think it's a foul, to be honest with you. I mean, he does get blocked off. But we haven't really seen much of the replay. Constance got a free header, and Watkins gets ahead of Varane. It's just easy. It's just so easy. I mean, Cavani is on the floor, but we haven't really seen in any of the replays if he does get blocked off. But even that, VAR is going to check it. It did look to be a bit of a block. VAR's checking. I'll put it up on the screen. We can change it. Cavani's saying he's blocked off. Well, I mean, we haven't really seen in any of the replays, but are we going to see a replay of it? He did look like he was blocked, but here we go. VAR's having a look. Well, looking at something completely. Looking at it, I think it's gone in off. I think it might have gone in off Danny Ings' arm. That's what they might be looking at. Offside. I don't even know what they're fucking looking at. First, Cavani's on the floor thinking block going, oh, Cavani might be blocked off. Then it looks like it's hit him in the arm. Now they're going, was Danny Ings offside? What on earth are they looking at? So I guess they're not looking at the Cavani thing. They're not looking at the handball thing. They're looking at an offside thing. It might be off. I mean, he definitely touches it, Watkins. Is he off? I don't even know. I think Watkins does touch it. I mean, it's difficult to say. It's a bit like, do you remember when Cavani scored from inside, just like nearly the halfway line, and they weren't sure if Bruno had flicked it? So what is it? A goal? It's still being looked at. I think they're trying to say if Watkins touches it, then Ings is offside. Is what they're trying to say. So they're trying to determine if Watkins touches it. But they can't really tell. Well, Michael Oliver's going to the television screen, which usually is a sign that they'll have a look. So now they're looking at the Cavani thing. So it says chicken goal possible offside, but what are they looking at? They're looking at the Cavani thing as well. I mean, Cavani's blocked. He is completely blocked off. It's easy. He's blocked off. Cavani gets blocked off. 100%. 100% he gets blocked off. I said no at the start. He does get blocked off. I think it's going to be disallowed. We don't know actually what for, because they've been checking handball, offside. It doesn't count. It's still 1-0 to Manchester United. My, oh my. I mean, I'm assuming it got called off for the Cavani block. Because it's blatant. That is blatant. And it's Cavani's man. He would have been following the centre-back. And then I guess they're checking if it's offside. Who knows? I think it's for an offside and a foul. It's the most illegal goal ever. Well, here's Rashford. Rashford's running forward. But it's kind of sort of breathed life into the game because Villa feel a bit aggrieved. United have sort of woken up. But it's a reprieve for United. We need to wake up because it was definitely an illegal goal. But McGinn. Now McGinn's going crazy. It's all kicking off. McGinn's not happy that Bruno wasn't booked. I mean, it's blatant by Bruno. I don't know what's going on now because they're showing the replay, but it's all kicking off. McGinn's lost his head after that Bruno tackle. Fred's down on the floor. Rashford's trying to calm people down. See McGinn, what does he do here? So he's just lost his... He just goes in. Just goes in on Fred. He's not happy that Bruno didn't get booked, so he just left one in on Fred. Did he get booked? No. So you can stop having a go at the ref for not booking Bruno, because he didn't book you either. It's an attempted crossfield pass by Varane. It's shocking. But United, Old Trafford's woken up. Hopefully Man United have as well. I'm not going to say we got away with one because it was a foul/offside goal. But talk about a wake-up call. But Aston Villa will have looked to have woken up as well, I suppose. They will feel aggrieved even though they shouldn't. It was a perfectly offside foul goal. There's only been one booking in the game. Steven Gerrard's whinging at the fourth official. But 56 minutes gone. It's still Manchester United 1, Aston Villa 0. Villa have a goal chalked off through VAR. They've got another free kick here. Let's hopefully that United actually defend this a little bit better. Villa trying something a bit different here. Ball comes in anyway. They win the header, but De Gea comes and claims this one. But I suppose once again, I know that VAR decision took up a big chunk of the... De Gea just throws the ball out to short. Watkins manages to head it, but he gets away with it. Sure, drives forward. Really go anywhere to anyone, though. And United give the ball away again, and here come Villa. Here comes Ramsey. Watkins, Ramsey again. I mentioned in the first half, that Ramsey's got some pace to him, hasn't he? He really does have some pace to him. Who's that now? Dallow gives it away. United we're just constantly giving it away. And again, it's like Ralph said in this press conference, it's just turnovers, constant turnovers. McGinn manages to get in the box. It's blocked this time by McTominay, but I mentioned it when we had the disallowed goal. You can't defend like this for the entire game because you will concede. You will concede. We already have once, and it was VAR'd off. And when we get the ball, we're just constantly give it away. It's a hit to another player, under hit, over hit, out for a throw-in. Short corner here by Villa. This one straight off the training ground. Here's McGinn. This time it's blocked by Fred. Get out of the box then. Buendia, might be offside. Oh, De Gea claims. But this is backed against the wall stuff, guys. De Gea goes long. Martinez is right out of his box, though. Does well there. But, yet again, we've getting all this pressure on us, and now who once again has the ball? Villa. I can't believe we're 1-0 up. I can't believe we're 1-0 up. Rotem says, Owen, it's okay. They will post something on Instagram. Free ball by Buendia. Danny Ings is through. This time he is onside. Oh, and it's put in by Watkins, but Watkins is offside. They've scored again, but it's offside. This time it's Watkins. Danny Ings wasn't offside. But this is unbelievable at this point. Well, Ings was offside. Let's have a look at this again. So Ings, he's off. He is offside. Ings is about half a yard offside. Chips it over the goalkeeper. Watkins wasn't off. It was actually Ings that was offside. Lindelof clatters into the post, by the way. God, smashes his knee. But that's twice. That's 2 goals that have been chalked off. First one, foul, offside, handball, you name it. Counting cards, whatever. Next one was offside, but it's coming. It is coming. Lindelof's off the pitch at this point. He does clatter into the post. It's nasty, that. It is nasty. We've got no centre, but down to 10 players. Who's the centre back on the bench? Do we have any on the bench? I don't think we do. Tellez is going to come on. Lindelof might be okay. That's never a foul. Oh, come on, ref. But we're 60 minutes in, 30 minutes left. Second half, like the first, has been all Aston Villa. They've had 2 goals chalked off. Correctly so. We're not saying like the ref screwed them here or anything like that. It's not Bret Hart settings, but still, they are all over us, and we can't keep the ball. Ball over the top again by Aston Villa. Ings, decent touch, but Dalot manages to clear it slightly. Is Bruno Fernandes. I mean, at this point, we've got to make changes. I mean, because Dallow's made a mistake. He's put it back into the box. Here's Watkins. Oh, and Buendia can't do anything with it there. So McTominay manages just to do enough. Bruno Fernandes, again, just hits it up the pitch. This is like how you play when it's 2 minutes left. And they're, pushing you into your own box. We're hanging on. 60 minutes gone. Got to make changes. Chris Armas has got both headphones in. He's listening to Maroon 5. I Need a Payphone. It's a great song, by the way, guys. I mean, it's unbelievable. Here's Cash. That's got to be a foul. Man United get a free kick. Oh, God. It's eventually. Paris says he looks more like a Pitbull kind of person, Owen. It's true. He does look like Pitbull. He's Mr. 305. Yeah, I get it. You didn't expect that kind of reference from me. Yeah? What was it? It's going down. I can't think of the song. Timber. There you go. Jeez, Owen. And De Gea's just kicked it right out for a throw-in. The only thing going timber is Manchester United's performance. I struggled with it. I struggled with it. Give Me Everything. I remember that one. Green Light. I'm just naming Pitbull songs now. That's about it. I don't really go out my way to listen to Pitbull. I'm going to be honest with you. But he does look like him. Here's a throw-in, though. Aston Villa, they're going to get another chance here. Oh, Ings tries to put the ball in the box. Shaw manages to cut that one out. Rashford. Fred. Greenwood, poor touch. Goes straight back to Konza. He's going to run all the way here. Oof. De Gea makes a save again. Yeah, it's not good, Josh. Pitbull's not good. Let's not even get that. I mean, no chance. I'm still shocked. I mean, this is something from ages ago, but I couldn't believe it. Before we went live, I think it was a full view, and I did like an AC/DC reference. I was about backgrounds, yeah. And Flex was like, yeah, Back in Black. And he said like Amy Winehouse. And I was like, no, AC/DC. And KG didn't know what I was talking about. And I was floored. I could not believe it. It was like, well, AC/DC, never heard a song. I was like, man, come on. Oof. Fred's just fouled Douglas Luiz. It's got to be a yellow for him. Fred's going to get booked. I mean, in fairness, I think Michael Oliver's just gone, well, I'm going to book whoever does the next foul, and it happened to be Fred. It's blatant. United really are all over the place, eh? Really are. I mean, it's shockingly bad. "65 minutes gone though, nearly, and we're still 1-0 up somehow." I was going to try and do like an AC/DC reference there, but I couldn't think of one. I'm not on my A game tonight. Buendia goes short to McGinn, who puts the ball into the box. Certainly got their fair share of set pieces. Locked in from the training pitch, Villa. Cavani manages to win it back. He hits it to Rashford. Can you keep hold of it, Rashford? That's got to be a foul. He's not give it. How is that not a foul? Of all the stuff you've given in this game, Michael Oliver, you don't give that. Oh. Eugene says it's because they're not Sagittarius. So, well, that's KG's prerequisite for anything. That's why Wan-Bissaka is a good defender, because he's a Sagittarius. Changes certainly need to be made. 65 minutes on, and it's a bit of a mess. I mean, who have we got on the bench? We've got Van der Beek, we've got Ahmad, we've got Lingard. I'm not sure there's a ton of sort of game changers. But put them on. I mean, put Lingard on for Rashford. I mean, his decision-making's just been shocking. To switch there by Cash to Target. Target puts the ball in the box. Varane slices it away. Here's Cash once again. Oh, this time it's De Gea. Man, literally. I mean, at this point, we're getting battered. We're actually getting battered. Oh. I mean, De Gea will be wanting to save it. He should be saving it. It's near post. I'm not even sure if it was going in. But it is all Aston Villa. It's been all Aston Villa for the majority of this game. McGinn puts the ball in the box. Caught by De Gea. I'd say, Dave, slow it down. Don't go... Oh. Because we're just going to give it away. Here's Fred. Fred running up the pitch. And what do? We give it away. Right, if I was the manager now to Ralph Rangnick, I understand De Gea's just made the save, but I'd say, Dave, you've just caught the ball. Go down on the floor. Slow the game down. Why are you rushing to the edge of your box and throwing it when you know for a fact they're going to give it away again? That's going to be a foul on Ramsey this time, on Luke. Another free kick to Villa. Luke Shaw's going to be booked. But again, that all stems from, in fairness, De Gea. Slow down. Just slow down. It's a clear foul on Ramsey. Maybe it's being too optimistic from De Gea. Grabbing the ball, let's hit a counter-attack. We ain't doing counter-attack. We can't keep the ball. Villa once again in the box. Ah, come on, get up, mate. Book him. Cash goes down, trying to claim for a penalty. He's looking at the linesman. He's smiling because he knows he's dived. Book him. Yeah, well, don't look around in hope. Dion Dublin's giving it. Oh, he's looking around in hope. No, he's looking around because he's just fallen to the floor. Book him. All right, I'm begging you guys. Let's just go a minute without giving the ball away. Luke Shaw goes long. Headed away. Aston Villa have the ball. We couldn't even do like 10 seconds without giving the ball away. It's just, and that's why it feels like it's just it is just constant pressure with Villa at the moment because can't keep the ball. As soon as we win it back, it just comes straight back again and again and again. Fred, it's given away again. Here's McGinn. You can't withstand this. Buendia. Ramsey. Hit away by Target. And also as well, just from an energy point of view, because we constantly don't have the ball. Oh, he's going to give a foul. And now Dallow's been booked. United are racking up the bookings at the moment. That's because we're constantly chasing the ball, because we can't keep it. That's why the energy level is going to be drained from United at the moment, because we're just giving the ball away And then suddenly they've got the ball. They've got all of the pressure. We're trying to chase them around. Then we're just trying to kick them. God. How on earth we 1-0 up? 70 minutes. We need subs at this point. Not even just to change the game, just for energy. Because the players are knackered and bookings. Geez, Ralph. Ball's put in. Cash wins it, but it's headed away by Lindelof this time. Headed away by Shaw. Right, Marcus, keep the ball. That was handball. Ref, of course, hasn't give it. Cash. Cleared by Lindelof to the edge of the box. Here's Watkins. Has a shot. It's creeping. That was not far. De Gea's saying there was a handball in there. I agree. I thought there was a handball involved. But it is... how close is this from Watkins? Bends it round McTominay. It's not far. Can we make some subs? We've got 20 minutes left. These players look out on their feet. Varane. De Gea. I'm happy with this. Just keep it there. 5 minutes. Give yourself a breather, man. Apparently Old Trafford shouting Van der Beek. De Gea tries to pass it to Shaw. Just bounces, hits him in the face. It doesn't look to be like any subs are happening anytime soon either. Oh, now subs are happening. Typical. Subs aren't happening. On comes Donny van der Beek. So on comes Donny for 20 minutes, which is a marathon for him. Still, it's about time. So I wonder who's going to replace Cavani up front. With Donny on, can we just hold on to the ball a little bit? So who's going to be going up front? Doesn't look like we've got one. Well, it's gone out for a United throw-in. Maybe Bruno might be a false 9. He's been like a sort of shadow striker most of the game, I suppose. 72 minutes gone. Manchester United 1, Aston Villa 0. Bruno puts it out wide to Mason Greenwood. Greenwood cuts inside. Greenwood, edge of the box. But it's been that. That's what it's been. Even when we've had chances, it's cut inside, have a shot from 20, 25 yards. Let's make some chances here, guys. I'm so happy the ball was at the other end of the pitch. Watkins, Lindelof does enough, manages to get the ball. Van der Beek plays it off the Villa 10 for a throw-in. Oh, he's in. He's in. Mason Greenwood's in. Decision making. What can he do, Mason? Oh, he doesn't do... follow it up. Oh, Rashford, what are you doing, Marcus? Follow it up. Oh, my God. Rashford just stopped. Where's your anticipation? Obviously, Greenwood should do better. It should do 100% better. He's in. His finish should be way better. Rashford wasn't even bothered. He literally could have just followed it. If he'd have followed it up, the goalkeeper spilled the ball. Tyrone Mings does a high jump over Martinez. I couldn't believe it. Here's Bruno Fernandes. Passes out wide to Greenwood again. I'm shocked by what Rashford was doing there. He literally couldn't be asked to score. Now there's an offside. He just, I don't know really what he saw, because he was looking at the ball as well, and he just didn't bother going for it. We see the replay here. Greenwood's onside. Cash played him on. Greenwood is in. And make no mistake, he should do better. But follow it up, Marcus. He just stopped. I mean, maybe he wouldn't have got there, but jeez. Follow up, pressure him. Anticipate. That's the second time in the game where it's like, follow the ball in. Assume they're not going to score, because they don't. I mean, I'd understand it if you were playing with these lethal finishers, but no one can score. He's talk about a guy that he looks just completely bereft of confidence. I mean, even now he's walking around with his head down and looking, his confidence looks on the floor. He looks despair. I don't know what's going on. But Rashford, we talk about body language and all that kind of stuff. It just looks something off. He definitely doesn't look to be in the right mindset at the moment. I mean, for a guy, he put out the statement the other day, didn't he? He put out the statement, we do our talking on the pitch. This is a guy, let's call a spade here. This looks like a guy that just doesn't look like he would be anywhere, he'd rather be anywhere but the pitch right now. Here's Ings. McTominay. Van der Beek. Villa still have the ball here. Here's McGinn. Poor pass. Man United looks to be a throw-in. Man. Villa players, or fans rather, chewing their nails, nail-biting stuff here. And we can still make, 2 more subs? How many subs is it in the FA Cup? Is it 2 or is it 5? 3 or 5, sorry. There's a bit of room. Bruno tries to pass it to Rashford. He was never going to make that one. Martinez goes long. Headed away by Lindelof. Lindelof tries to cushion header back to Dalot. Switch by McTominay. Oof. And miles over his head. Miles over his head. We've got a sub for Aston Villa now. Anwar El Ghazi's coming on for Buendia. Thomas Nolan says the people at the club who are resisting change are the players. It's as clear as day. They have no shame questioning the coach. The player power gone nuts. They've won nothing. Pass cut out by Varane. Super chat from JK says, Rashford's message on Twitter and now this display. That's what makes it certainly more strange, doesn't it? Is this meant to be the reaction from Marcus Rashford? He'll probably score now. I hope so. I mean, we'll actually win the game. Here's Bruno. Fred. Played over Fred. Is he going to chase it down? Man United have a corner. We're celebrating corners at this point, guys. Come on. I mean, again, I'm surprised we're talking 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left of the game. And only one sub made. You would think, given how Rashford's playing, bring Lingard on, bring Ahmad on. Even bring Matic on, slow the game down a little bit. Sacrifice a forward player or something. Bruno with the corner. Bruno whips it in. Headed away by Mings. Shaw tries to lump it out wide to Bruno. Cut out by Target. Oh, it's actually McGinn. Van der Beek wins it back. Van der Beek passes it to Bruno. No idea it was over his shoulder. And he loses out. It's a long ball. Oof, Danny Ings nearly in. God. Is McTominay. Fred. I'll tell you what, shocking pass. He goes out for a throw and Varane had to chase it. Pass it back to McTominay. 81 minutes gone. It's still United 1-0 up. How? I have no... Wow. VAR and the offside flag and David De Gea. But man... T-Mill says, seriously, get Ahmad or Alanga on, Rashford off. Yeah, even someone like Alanga, just get him on for just a bit of pace. You know what I mean? Ball in. Oof. Ball in by Target. Mings goes for the header. Headed away. Here's Ramsey. Watkins dispossessed by McTominay. Here's Van der Beek. Greenwood running down the right-hand side. Not got a ton of options. Greenwood passed it to Bruno. McTominay to Shaw. Rashford once again. Down United's right-hand side. Or might be the left-hand side, excuse me. There's down left-hand side. Here's McTominay. W by Greenwood. Here's Bruno Fernandes. Crowd's getting edgy because they've just watched a steaming pile of turd for the last 90 minutes. They're hoping someone's going to have a shot. Sure. Rashford puts it across goal. Oh. Cut out by Villa. Ings tries to go long. Just deal with it. Varane does. Put your foot on it, Fred. Does. Pass it to Dallo. Dallo didn't know about that. There's 6 minutes left. Stress, man. Stress. Van der Beek closing down the Aston Villa players at the front. And here's a double change by Manchester United. On comes Lingard and Ahmad. Bruno Fernandes is coming off. David De Gea gets the captain's armband. Off comes Bruno Fernandes. Looks to be for Jesse Lingard. That's it, Bruno. Just take your time. Take your time at this point. And off comes Rashford for Alanga. Which, to be honest, is needed. It's not had a good game. But on comes Lingard and Alanga. Villa going to be making another sub. But we've got less than 5 minutes left. Of course, we've got injury time as well. Or stoppage time, as they would say. But it's got tense now, hasn't it? It's certainly got tense at this point now, because I think these United fans are just kind of realising that we're just, if we get through this, we've just shithoused the game, to be honest. Because it's been really more of the same. Villa just haven't been able to put the ball in the back of the net, but there's still plenty of time to do it for them. And the Villa player slipped over, the ball manages to bounce off Fred, goes out for a corner anyway. We just got to remain concentrated during this last, 5 minutes or so. That first disallowed goal came from a set piece, so we need to make sure again. Just get it out. McGinn puts it in. Ball over the top. Goes out for a goal kick. Oh, get off it. The Villa player's rolling around. It's Konsa's rolling around in the box. Holding his face. Do me a favour. Come on. Chris Katsu, it's true. Said, remember before kickoff you said performance didn't matter tonight, so as long as we win and go through. It's true. It is true. I will take it any day of the week. Ah, oh, come on. Konsa's going down like he got smacked in the face by Shaw. I mean, there was a little bit of contact, but it's hardly deliberate, and certainly not enough to go down. You kidding me? Oh, he does have a bloody nose. It's not a penalty, though. Does have a bit of a bloody nose, but still, it's never, ever, ever a penalty in a million years. But Konsa's going to get the treatment on his nose. But Dion Dublin's man of the match, Scott McTominay. Who's your man of the match? Could you pick one in this game? Could you pick a man of the match out of this? I don't even know who I'd pick for my man of the match. David De Gea. Romer Rich says Varane or David De Gea. Devin says I'm surprised I'm still awake thus far. A lot of people saying Varane or De Gea. Lest any man boast says VAR. Reviewer is my man of the match. Good one. Good point. I'll be sure to smash a like on the like button. Only 30 likes away from 300. So be sure to smash a like on the like button. So if we can get 300 likes. The hair goes long. Alanga up there. Tries to win the header. McGinn now. Ball over the top. Just deal with it. Lindelof, just deal with it. Takes a touch. Fizzes it at Greenwood, but goes up for a throw-in. Have they said how many times it's been added on? Yeah. There'll be a lot, won't there? I think they're maybe saying 5, aren't they? Here's Mings. Konza. It's going to be 6 minutes added on time. 6 minutes added on. I mean, in fairness, it's probably about justified. There's been quite a few stoppages, haven't there? I mean, the VAR thing lasted like 5 minutes, the first one. But look, at this point, obviously, performance has not been there. It hasn't been pretty or attractive to watch. But just stay in the cup. Stay in the cup. Get through. Alanga takes him on. Oof, puts the ball into the box. Nobody was in there. But as I mentioned, it's just about just get through. Just get through. That's just it. Just get through. Just take it. Fred heads it to Alanga. Alanga puts it back to Shaw. Oh, it's given away again. Here's Lingard. Lingard, a bit of space to run into. Alanga was the ball, just didn't see him. Lingard once again. Just trying to win a corner here. Does well though. Lingard does really well to hold on to the ball. Still holds on to it. Here's Greenwood. Greenwood has a shot. And again, right down the goalkeeper's throat. That's what they've all been this whole game. Just down the keeper's throat. Here's Martinez. Hits the ball up the pitch. Luke Shaw. Good header. I mean, any game at the moment might be Jesse Lingard's last game, I suppose, for United, right? Steffi Jakes, Owen, man of the match. Don't know about that. Man United goal kick. El Ghazi wanted the free kick. Not sure what for. I mean, if you're Steven Gerrard, let's be honest here. Obviously, we love it that Steven Gerrard lost and we beat Gerrard. But if you're Gerrard, you wouldn't be completely disappointed because you would be like, well, we didn't play necessarily badly at all. They couldn't score. Had the goalkeeper that had good saves. A couple of VAR decisions, but they were right. And United, I think their biggest disappointment is that this is a chance. Here's Watkins. El Ghazi skies it over the bar. I mean, it is just like laughable, isn't it? At this point, right? It is just laughable. The amount of that wasn't a chance, but the amount of just opportunities that Aston Villa have had in this game, or have created, or shots, or whatever, it is laughable. Only 4 likes away from 300 likes, by the way, guys. See if we can get to 300 before we finish up here. David De Gea with the goal kick. 2 minutes left. Alanga wins the header. Here's Alanga down the left-hand side. He's going to try and cut in a little bit here. Alanga wins a corner. So that's what you like to see. Just a little bit of energy. I mean, the Stretford end actually rise and sort of show a bit of something, because actually some of the players showed a bit of something, rather than just kicking the ball out for touch. 90 seconds remain. Van der Beek goes for a flick on. Alanga's going to gamble on it. Martinez hits it out. Looks like it's going to go out for a throw-in. And again, United at this point just wasting time. Just wasting time. That's what we're at the moment. Less than 60 seconds remain. Brian says, so wait, Owen, you're saying that if players put forth effort, the fans will support them? What voodoo is this? It's a crazy theory, Brian, I know. I'm with you. It's a strange one. Certainly is a strange one. 30 seconds left. Tyrone Mings travels with the ball for a Villa. Goes long. Oh, it goes past Luke Shaw. Fred fell over. I mean, that could have gone way, way worse than it did. Varane puts his foot through it. That will be it. Manchester United are through to the fourth round of the FA Cup. They've defeated Aston Villa. I mean, we have just squeaked through into the next round of the FA Cup, just about. But my, oh my goodness, that was not good, to be honest with you. That is not good. But my God, not good, not good. But we're through. That's all that matters. We're going to be playing Middlesbrough in the next round of the FA Cup. And we'll take it. I think that's going to be our season, unfortunately, guys. I think that's going to be our season. We're going to sneak through games. We're going to skate through games. Maybe we don't deserve to win. But it's a win nevertheless. And we'll take it. Anyway, guys, look, there will be a match reaction afterwards. I think we're waiting on a thumbnail. That's the problem. So there will be one. You'll be directed straight after to this anyway. So me and DJ will be on in about maybe 15 minutes or so. So don't worry, there is a post-match coming with DJ and myself. But Manchester United through. We'll take it. And on to the next one, I guess. Speak to you again very soon, guys.